Welcome to The Guessing Game, a show that's been called the best radio quiz ever by the newspaper The Sunday Exaggerator. Well, that's what they call themselves, actually more of a pamphlet. But it's all about guessing. So as defined in the dictionary, a guess is to assert a fact without sufficient information, which is also the definition of American foreign policy. But the rules of our game are very simple. You don't have to be right. You can just say something ridiculously stupid that makes everyone laugh, which is also the definition of American foreign policy. We asked some of the biggest names in show business to take part, and of course they said no, but here are some of the people who said yes. So let's meet tonight's panel. It's a Glasgow stand-up who's a regular on Radio 4's news quiz. She used to be a lawyer, but changed her mind and went into comedy. What a strange career choice. She's 4'11", some people say, but I like to think of her as fun-sized. It's Susan Calman. No, you do quite serious law sometimes. Did you do a stage when you were in America representing people on death row?
I went and worked with serial killers on death row, yes. Yeah. Yes. So
did you have any successes? Serious. Did you get any murderers back on the streets?
No, well, that wasn't...
free to practice their craft?
No, that it was just getting them, their sentences commuted to life without parole.
Yes.
So,
do you keep in touch with any of them? Do they...
No, I find it was very Silence of the Lambs. It was quite odd, actually. Yes. And I'm not really Jodie Foster, no matter how much I wish I was.
Yes.
So I was just a 21-year-old from Glasgow with that, hiya everybody, oh, you've killed people.
You'd have no experience of violence coming from Glasgow. That's a completely alien culture to you. I was testing the water with that one. Yeah. OK, they're from small to large. A stand-up, standing tall, I think 6'4". He's Perrier nominated, fully vaccinated. He's also a presenter on Frank Skinner's Absolute Radio Show, where he's been described by Frank as the second best comic on the show. It's Alun Cochrane. So you do a lot of live stand-up, in theatres and clubs, but also the radio. Which do you prefer? What's your line?
I don't know. There's less pressure to look good on the radio, isn't there?
Yeah.
Not that there's
but you are looking good. You're looking.
Well, I would just say if you are going to trim your hair with clippers, check the setting first. Not a great joke for radio, I agree, but
you did it yourself. You didn't want to just try and look like one of Susan's old clients. You just. OK, now I'll get to our third guest. Frank Skinner must be feeling lonely. He's got another sidekick, also from his radio show. This next lady is a TV producer and deputy editor of In Style magazine. As a child actress, she appeared in Day of the Triffids, surely everyone's favourite killer vegetable from outer space. It's Emily Dean. So actress, you're producer, you're editor.
I'm a commitment phobe, essentially. Yeah. Now, I work on Frank's show with Alun, so I feel kind of like we're cheating on him a bit today. I feel a bit weird. It's like we're all in a Premier Inn together, and he doesn't know anything about it.
Well, you say
don't tell him.
You say you're cheating on him. We're just doing a programme together. We haven't...
We're gonna have some fun. Ooh, it's round one.
Thank you very much. The rules are very simple. It's not just like I made them up. They're all here on the sheet, which says... Oh, it says I just make them up. OK. So fingers on buzzers. So question one. What did President Bill Clinton do only twice in the Oval Office, but he now does it all the time? Susan Calman, what is your answer?
It's completely wrong, but I think he was a fond cigar smoker, wasn't he? So
yes.
he only smoked a cigar twice in the Oval Office, and now you can do it all the time because nobody's watching what he's doing.
Oh,
that's what he was famous for in his term in office, wasn't it? Smoking cigars.
That's an excellent answer. I'm going to give you a point for that. It's not right. Very good, because he had an odd notion of what a humidor might be. But anyway, so that's...
Play golf. Was it play golf? And he's done that a lot since.
You're saying he played around twice when he was
in
he
played around. Yeah.
I think an underestimate, I think, there.
I like this format where I make a suggestion, you slightly improve the joke. That could really work out for my career.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I just had another suggestion. Sorry, and I was hoping you might improve upon it. and then you could just cut out my answer, and then I could just pretend that you'd said it. He was 2 terms, wasn't he, Clinton?
Yes.
2 terms. Yeah. So I think twice he played Risk, and that's what he based his foreign policy on.
I can't improve on that.
Hoover.
Hoover?
Yeah.
Did he hoover?
Oh, what a brilliant, but again, wrong answer. I'll tell you what the answer is. Send an email. But he did send 2. Once was for an astronaut in space, which is probably why I didn't send a letter, which would have been and the other one was to US troops in the Adriatic, but now he's doing it the whole time.
He emailed twice.
Wow.
Yes, that's quite interesting, isn't it?
I think that's
so sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to another question, though. If a virile young man with gynomastia went jogging, how could you help him? Yes, Susan.
I'd say to him, stop jogging, it's not worth it, just go and sit in your house and watch Loose Women like the rest of us.
Okay. You've got to have an idea what gynomastia is, which you might know from your magazine experience. I don't know.
We don't really write about that. We write about clothes, unless it's on clothes.
Is it underclothes?
It's underclothes, yes. It's,
okay.
Is it?
It is underclothes.
wearing
It is under your clothes.
A woman's bra.
Yeah.
A woman's bra.
No.
Yes, that's... Gynomastia is a technical term, apparently, for man boobs.
Oh, he's got moves.
He's got moves. So I got the answer right, having stumbled terribly initially.
You
I've now
stumbled
got
to
it
the right answer. I'll give you 2 points for that, because
Thank
what we
you.
like is the right answer and also the fact that you didn't know you had the right answer.
You know, people that do long distance running get a thing called marathon nipple
Yeah.
where
Yes.
it chafes.
I don't know why I'm touching myself while you're saying
Yes.
that.
It's actually called Snickers nipple now, but marathon nipple is fair enough.
Do you know what's really good about this show in particular? Is it's kind of like that Mork and Wise thing where they say I'm playing all the right notes, not necessarily in the right order.
You're doing fine, you're doing fine. I'm going to another question now. There are many ugly rumours associated with Tony Blair, but which one was his favourite? Yes.
I think the favourite rumour about Tony Blair was that to earn money, he was actually one of the Chuckle brothers.
And you're saying Gordon Brown was the other one? Are you?
Yes.
Ugly rumours then not spark off any memories?
Was there not an ugly rumour that Tony Blair had gynomastia?
Yes, Emily. Yeah.
So he was in a band called Ugly Rumours.
He was
at
in a band called
university.
Ugly
I got it
Rumours. You're
right.
quite right. He was well played. You get 2 points. In fact, you wanted to be... Oh, sorry, Susan.
No, you get applause if you get it right. I've been playing this to crash and burn. I'm playing this the wrong way because you're
Yeah.
getting the affirmation
And
from
I'm
the
getting
audience.
the
We all have
I love
our
them.
different tactics on
All
these
right,
sort of shows. So,
changing now.
yeah. On his deathbed, Albert Einstein uttered the last of his great wisdoms. What was it? Yes.
Don't bother separating the recycling out. It just all goes in the one pit.
Okay. That's obviously struck a chord here. So I'll give you a point for that. I don't know if there's a particular problem here in the west coast of Scotland, but...
Is that a joke about Scottish recycling? I don't know.
No,
Is
it's
it?
just something that annoys me because I spend ages doing it because I'm green like that. And then when you go to the tip, as I do, a trip to the tip. Anyone else? On a Sunday, you go to the tip for fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to the trip to the tip, and there's just a bit, and you go, I spent hours sorting that out, and you've just dumped it in the one. Well, things are changing.
You go to the tip for fun?
Yes. It was something my dad would always do, and in actual fact, it
Would
was
he
just to
take
get
all
his-
the family
It
there
was-
on a
yeah.
Sunday?
But he'd make it sound really excited. He'd go, hey, do you want to go to the tip? And we'd go, yeah, Dad, can we throw it all in? And then we'd essentially clear the garden.
Sorry,
But
kids, Disneyland's closed.
It's good. No, I think that's good. When I was young, this is years and years ago, my grandparents lived on the Isle of Bute in a little place called Kilcatton Bay. We've got a party in the... Excellent. Well, what do you call it? It wasn't the... You didn't call him dustman, it was the bin man, wasn't he? He came with a horse and cart, literally came with a horse and cart. You loaded all your dustbin stuff into the back of the horse cart. He rode down a track and then threw it all into the Firth of Clyde. That was the disposal price. So things have improved. Because now they've got a motorised vehicle and they do it. So all right, so have we got an answer? No. Oh, that's the end of that question and that round, that thing. But I'll just give the answer to that question, which is it isn't really an answer, but it's a sort of poignant thing. He did say something on his deathbed, and it may well have been extremely important, but he said it in German, and his nurse didn't speak German. No one knows what it was. So that's good, isn't it? So let's see how the points have gone on that round. Oh, I don't believe these, even though I've been setting them. But Emily, you've done very well. I can see you've got 4 points. Susie, you've done very well as well. You've got 2 points. But Alan Cochrane, you've yet to score. How did that happen?
It's round two.
Yes, indeed it is. So this is the quotations round, or we call it Guess Who. So the first clip is to you, Susan. Who said this?
So, where's the Cannes Film Festival been held this year?
So it's a famous celebrity said that, but who was it?
Well, it sounds like somebody who doesn't have much of a clue about anything, really, and perhaps lives in their own world and isn't in touch with general public.
Yes.
So I'd say probably David Cameron.
I'll give you three options because you're obviously thinking on the right lines. So was it Nicolas Sarkozy, Miss Piggy, or Christina Aguilera?
Sarkozy would know where it was.
Yes.
Miss Piggy would definitely know, I think. So I think it's Christina Aguilera.
Oh, well done. You got the answer. Get a single point for that.
My brother's girlfriend once asked, why aren't Brazil playing in the European Championship?
It's a fair point. They are very good.
Would have made it better.
Okay, well, this is one for you, Alan Cochrane. Here's your quote.
Okay.
Smoking kills. If you're killed, you've lost a very important part of your life.
Okay, I'll give you your options. Is it Dot Cotton, Lindsay Lohan, or Brooke Shields? You know who Dot Cotton is? I don't know if you're in touch with the culture.
I know who Dot Cotton is, yeah. Are you patronising me?
No, I'm just responding to all the other contestants who always said, oh, you don't know what's going on here, so I thought I'd try it on you, but it didn't work.
Well, it's a guess, but Lindsay Lohan, is she stupid? Is she?
Well, you're the one who's in touch with popular culture.
I'm going to guess her. I'm going to guess Lindsay Lohan. I don't know why.
You're so close, but it was in fact Brooke Shields. No, Emily, here's your quote.
I work out every day, Monday to Saturday.
Was it the Archbishop of Canterbury?
Honestly, that's a clever answer. I'll give you a point for that because that is clever. Because
he likes to keep his buns tight. You know, he's a big workout fan.
I think you're straying now into a world of make-believe and fantasy. Kerry Katona, Rosemary Connolly, or Jessica Biel. That's your choice.
It's not Kerry Katona. I'm going to go for Rosemary Connolly.
No, I'm afraid it was Jessica Biel. So no points there. Has that helped Alan Cochrane come into the contest at all? Did I give him a point there? That's the main... I didn't. Oh, no. I'm sure I did. I'm trying to fiddle the score. Well, all that's happened here is
Am I being bullied?
Emily's on 5, Susan's on 3, Alan's still on 0. But there's loads of time left, Alan.
It's round 3, it's round 3, it's round 3, it's round 3, yeah.
Yes. In this round, we're hearing even more from our house band, Gus and Finn +1. They'll perform a modern-day classic. In mid-flow of the song will come to a halt, leaving a blank, and you, the panellists, will have to fill in with a lyric, but from a famous person that I'm going to suggest. So first, I'd like to guess how you imagine Jimmy Cranky would fill the lyric material in this song.
You painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair. Ruby, are you contemplating going out somewhere? The shadow on the wall tells me...
Oh, it's all fan-dabby-dozy!
So you get another 2 points. You're storming ahead. Anybody else got any further suggestions for that?
The shadow on the wall tells me I'm actually a 63-year-old woman wearing culottes.
Oh, don't spoil the magic.
Sorry, Clive.
I'll give you a point for that, but
Okay.
It's too distressing. Whatever you say, Alan, I'm going to give you a point.
Are you really? Really?
Yes.
Listen, it's really difficult for men on panel shows. Okay? We all know they don't get represented on panel shows enough.
I know.
So let's give the wee pop a chance, okay? Right?
This is more satire, isn't it?
Yeah.
The shadow on the wall tells me you're standing on the other side of the light.
Oh, very good.
See,
that's the point of anybody's language.
Like
Well
casting
done.
a shadow.
Let's move on. Let's have another bit of that song. And this time it's the Duke of Edinburgh is our imagined lyricist and singer.
Well, it wasn't me who started that old crazy Asian war, but I was proud to go and do.
Hey,
absolutely nothing because I've got servants to do it for me.
Well, I'll give you 1 point for that. Your Duke of Edinburgh's not quite as good as your Jimmy Cranky. Yes, Alan.
I was proud to go and do my part. I'll fight any crazy Asian. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know.
Okay,
I did the voice.
I'll give you... So 2 points there to Alan. I'm not sure the voice is much better, but it's just slightly more recognisable than Susan's. Okay, one more from this song. Now you're Eminem.
And yes, it's true that I'm not the man I used to be. Oh, Ruby.
Murray, I feel like a curry. Word up, mothers.
I just don't think I should try and rap. I think I think it'd be humiliating for my family to listen to this. So
I think I'll give Alan the point of that because, apart from anything else, he imagined Eminem using rhyming slang. That round has certainly changed the scores because Emily Dean has 7 points, Susan Calman has 6, but Alan Cochrane has stormed through to be in third place with 4. So, well done. Now,
I nearly fell for that as well.
I said, whoa, whoa, I said, whoa, whoa. It's round 4.
This is a specialist subject round. It's called Uneducated Guess, and it's about potatoes. Did you know that Sir Walter Raleigh is credited with bringing tobacco and the potato back from the New World? The Spanish brought back gold and silver and treasure, and we brought back fags and chips. So which potato product is the most passive-aggressive? Question 2. Which star has a potato doppelganger? Question, whatever it is. Where on your body should you shove some potatoes if you want to look more attractive? So those are your questions. I think this is such an elegant round, this. It gives you 20 seconds more notice to come up with answers.
Not a lot of radio shows are using the written answer form.
Yeah.
I wonder why that hasn't caught on previous to this.
I said that. Which potato product is the most passive-aggressive? This is a difficult question, but...
Mash says smash.
Yes.
Because mash sounds kind of complicated.
No, I think that's plausible. Definitely worth a point
Thank
there,
you.
and possibly a contract as a voiceover artist. Emily, you have to go
I
some to come up
can't
with...
read mine. It's embarrassing.
Oh, is it?
I wrote McCain oven chips.
Well, strangely...
I should say I know Emily has a thing about carbs, so she probably thinks they're aggressive just because they're chips.
Yes. Well, oddly enough, you're closest in a way, but I won't give you a point because it's not quite right. The answer is crisps. Crisps were invented by a chef trying to discuss an awkward customer into leaving. So the chef, who was called George Crumb, decided to cut them sarcastically thin. The customer loved it, and a whole industry, a worldwide industry, was built up on him, a sarky chef. Okay, so which star has a potato doppelganger?
Meryl Streep.
You're saying that as though simply the answer, Meryl Streep, is... Why is that? What's your...
Because there's bound to be, if you look hard enough, a potato that looks like Meryl Streep.
Yes.
If we went down to the local supermarket and looked through all those potatoes, we would find one with more than a passing resemblance to Oscar winner Meryl Streep. I stand by my answer, it's correct.
I think it, yes. You may well be right, or even if there weren't, she's such a good actress, she could make herself look like any one of the potatoes there. And that is, again, that deserves a point because you're pretty well on the money. You haven't got the right person, but Alan, have you got an answer to this?
I have written Humpty Dumpty. I'm not sure he's a star these days.
No, he's more of an egg than a potato. That's a bit...
Well, they're not dissimilar looked at from a distance if you squint.
Everything is not dissimilar. Look at from a far enough distance, isn't it?
I should have put Clive Anderson, really. What? Oh, no way!
And here's me trying to bend the scores in your favour. But I think Susan kind of was making a general point, but there is a case of Ralph Fiennes, Lord Spuddymort, the potato that looks like Harry Potter's arch enemy Voldemort. Fiennes' character face was found on a potato by Ronnie Todd, a 49-year-old man, and for some reason then alerted the press. So that's but you're quite right. There's every other day there's something that has an image of that. But so let's go to your next question. Where on your body should you shove from potatoes if you want to look more attractive? Emily, do you want to start on this?
No, because I'm ashamed of my answer again. Oh, I said in your boxers. Sorry.
I see what you've done there. Yes.
No, it's extremely sophisticated comedy.
Yes. So what would you suggest? Are we looking for King Edward's here, or new potatoes,
of course,
or roasters, or smash? You just pour in the smash and mould it to a shape that you fancy.
You sellotape some potatoes to your groinal area, would that be a health and safety problem?
Oh, I don't know. When you pull the sellotape off, wouldn't that take the skin off your potatoes? Wouldn't that? Do we have any other answers other than down the boxer shorts, which I suppose is the...
Is it eyes? Are you meant to put potatoes on your eyes? Or?
Alan, you are cooking with gas. You're spot on.
Really?
It's round 5.
Very well done. Now, this sadly is the last round. In this round, we've searched the audience for people with an interesting story to tell, and I'm going to give the panel 3 clues about this person's story, and then each panelist will get the chance to quiz our volunteer, for 30 seconds. At the end of the time, the panelists must put together the information they've got from the audience member, together with the clues, and see if they can guess the story. So, have we got Brian Gould here? Thank you. Well done, Brian. And the clues are Torquay, tinned meat, and royal wedding. Mm-hmm. So there you go. So we're starting with you, Susan Calman.
OK, Torquay, are we talking Fawlty Towers here? Is that what we're talking?
There is a connection, yes.
Is it someone in Fawlty Towers you spent time with?
Yes, it is.
Is it John Cleese?
It is, yes.
It's John Cleese. And tinned meat. You ate tinned meat on the royal wedding with John Cleese. You were trapped in a cupboard with tinned meat at the royal wedding.
No, I was not trapped with John Cleese.
You were delivering tinned meat to Princess Diana on the day of her wedding with John Cleese.
Nope.
John Cleese and you hijacked a tinned meat van to get to the royal wedding on time.
No, we didn't.
Oh, well done. Very good questioning. There, your legal training, especially in America, perhaps, it really came into play there. You practically had Mr. Gould admitting to one of the murders your clients had committed there. But can you piece together, it's hard for you going first, but can you piece together a story? What do you think the story
is? Good. I think he was in Torquay. He met John Cleese. I stand by the idea of you and John Cleese hijacking a tinned meat van and then travelling in an Italian job stylee across the country to see the royal wedding.
OK, well, we'll see how that does. So, Alan Cochrane, you've now got your 10 seconds of questioning.
10? I thought I had
30 seconds. I'm so sorry.
I see. I'm being bullied again.
So 30 seconds for Alan Cochrane.
Oh, OK. Good. Can I just clarify...
Whoa, too late. Sorry. It's time it just started.
Can I just clarify that it's Torquay? Because I wrote down Torquay, like a Torquay film.
No, he did say Torquay.
Torquay,
He did say that, yes.
And the tinned meat, was that spam by any chance? Is this an email thing?
It was spam, yes.
Oh, really? Were you emailing Prince Charles repeatedly? Or is that...
No, I was not.
It was a different royal. Were you bombarding Camilla Parker Bowles with emails about the
Not
royal
recently, no.
Oh, not recently, OK, but there is a...
time up. So what's your story that you can put together?
I think this gentleman got invited to the royal wedding because he has an email relationship from the past with Camilla Parker Bowles.
OK,
it's obvious, isn't it?
That's a good story. Let's see if it stands up to...
From when they were friends in Torquay years ago.
Emily Dean, it's your chance now for your 30 seconds of questioning with Brian Gould.
OK, are you single? No, I'm just asking. So, spam Royal wedding. Did you have a tin of Spam then?
I did have a tin of Spam at the time.
Was that Spam, did it have a date on it which was coincided with a date of an old royal wedding?
No.
Oh, I was so sure it was that. I've got no more questions now. So how is Basil Fawlty involved? I don't understand. So you met John Cleese, yeah?
Yes.
And you handed him a tin of... That was rubbish.
Just give me 5 minutes in a room with him. Give me 5 minutes in a room. I'll sort it. I'll get it.
It's surprising how many of you treat this like speed dating. Are you married? Can I have 5 minutes in a room with him? So, Emily, construct your story, or Brian's story.
I don't have a story. I just know he had a tin of Spam and he met John Cleese.
So, Brian... So don't take this amiss. We're now going to go get the story from the horse's mouth. So, Brian Gould, could you tell your story, if you would?
Right. In 1972, John Cleese was rector of St Andrews University. And my flatmates and I decided that, as the rector, he should see the standard of accommodation. So we invited him to visit the premises, and we made Spam sandwiches for him.
So that was your story. Now, which of our
I can't believe we didn't get that.
I can't believe
so easy.
Which of the three do you think got closest to your story?
I think probably Susan.
So Susan, we'll give 2 points then to Susan. Okay, well, I think that's the end of the round. So well done, all of you. Now, if I just add up the scores, Alun Cochrane and Emily Dean both got 7 points. But the winner, with a grand total of 9.5 points, is our winner, Susan Calman. Who would have guessed that? Certainly not me. So all that remains is for me to thank all of my guests today, Susan Calman, Alun Cochrane and Emily Dean. You've been listening to The Guessing Game, the show with more nutty statements than a squirrel's bank. This is me, Clive Anderson, saying goodbye. Goodbye.
The Guessing Game was presented by Clive Anderson and written by Michael Beck. It was produced by Margaret Ann Doherty.